In my biography, I have just enough content that it doesn't actually go further, it doesn't go any lower than my image. So I have it set. This is ideal. I mean, just to say, just a coincidence that my content is ideal to my intended layout. But say you have a bit more content in your biography. For example, uh, you have this much content, and oops, right here, and you may you may like the way this looks, like how the floated element, again, remember this portrait is being floated to the left, and now my whole biography div is actually kind of in that same place, and when it passes the floated element to the left, it kind of just starts wrapping around to the left like this. Well, you may like this or you may not. You may be saying to yourself, well, I kind of want the entire biography to be a vertical. So how do I do that? And this is actually something you may often find in your own web design, because this over here, this whole little biography piece over here, reminds me of a web page that has a navigation list on the left, like all the links, and then to the right it has all the content. Well, the question would be, how do I get these two things to look like two separate columns, right? And here's a little, I guess, CSS trick that it may not be as obvious when you're starting out. All you need to do at this point is give some padding left to your content over here. Enough, the padding left has to be just as much as the actual width of this picture, and then it's going to look like two separate columns. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So I know that all this stuff inside of the biography is inside of this ID called biography. So I want to use that attribute, or that ID. I want to target that ID in my CSS. So I'm going to start with the pound and biography, and then I'm just going to set it up. I don't have anything in there quite yet. This picture, if I click on it, okay, the width is 300. So what I'm going to do to this content, my biography content that's spilling underneath, is I am going to add padding left 300 pixels. And let's see what happens. Voila, look at that. I basically, by adding that padding, let's see what it looks like in the browser. Nice. See, and there's no separation when you go down the line over here. By adding that padding, I just effectively made it look like two separate columns. Now, whether or not you realize it, this little portion of this website right here looks to me like a lot of websites you'd bump into that would have a navigation bar on the left and all the content on the right.